Well, hello ladies and gentlemen. A few weeks ago, I did a video on 5 things I love about K-pop. As someone who has been involved in it for many years now, let me just say I've seen some things. And some, believe it or not, think this industry is full of butterflies and rainbows. Oh, lol, how naive you are. So for this video, I wanted to touch on 5 things I hate about K-pop. I mean, let me reiterate. I do love K-pop, but again, there are downsides to everything, so here we go! Number 1. SASAENGS. This one is kind of an easy one, as it a general consensus among the K-pop community that this is a toxic group of individuals who need help. Just in case you've been living under a rock, SASAENGS are people that stalk the idols all hours of the day and night and invade their private life. They're fans in the sense that agencies don't want to piss them off despite the many problems they cause. But in the end, they're not fans. They're actually worse than antis and perpetuate the stereotype of crazy fans. In the end, they're just sick people who simply add to the stress of the idols to go through every single day. Number 2. Double standards. In my time in K-pop over the years, it's become apparent that there's obvious double standards going on. Whether it's males versus females or small company groups versus large company groups, the hypocrisy that goes on in this industry is beyond sad. There's too many things to list in this topic, but the way females are treated for sexy concepts, dieting, choreography, and such, for example, really shows that we have a long ways to go for gender equality in comparison to how the males are defended and put on a pedestal, so to speak, for the same exact actions backed with Twitter trends of "Oppa Teramina." We're now in 2018, and the favoritism towards a gender or a popular group that still exists indicates that the changes many of us so wish for are not going to happen anytime soon. Excuse me while I go start my own Twitter trend of #bitchplease. Number 3. When I first got into K-pop back in the day, I was surprised to see there would be an entire role of a member dedicated to being the visual for a Korean music group. Yeah, a group that's supposed to be founded on music and talent. Living in Korea, I realized the country puts a lot of emphasis on the appearance to the point that the country is number 1 in the world for plastic surgery. This has fostered an unhealthy obsession of a strong fixation on looks in the entertainment industry there. If you don't look a certain way, then you're subjected to an insane, unhealthy dieting and in some cases, plastic surgery. Idols, both male and female, are bashed and ridiculed for their looks daily. And in other cases, an idol or group is famous because of their looks, not their talent. Personally, I find this so backwards. Talent should come first, and looks should be an added bonus. Number 4. Okay, this one is not exactly a hate per se, but it's been a gripe of mine since I first learned of K-pop back in 2009. K-pop groups almost always have a rapper, which is fine. I do like a lot of raps in K-pop. It's what makes K-pop special. However, my issue more lies in certain songs forcibly shoehorning the rap into the song when it almost most definitely never called for it. I'm not going to give examples here because I value my life, and if I was to dare call out a certain group or song, then a hit would be put out on me almost immediately. But anyways, getting back to my point, some K-pop songs would have a nice flow going on and are almost ballad-like in some instances, but the producer realizes they need to get that rapper into the song, so all of a sudden they drop a sick beat to squeeze that rapper in for 15 seconds, and when their part is over, it's like, "We're sorry to interrupt, but thank you for your time, and we're back to the regularly scheduled song. Enjoy." Sometimes it just messes up the flow and causes the song to be disjointed. You know what songs I'm talking about for this? Number 5. I stated in my Things I Love video about how I love the community K-pop creates. However, it's at times a double-edged sword. K-pop does a great job of building a successful business of loyal fans to keep that income going. But what that does is create what's called blind faith. And as the artist gets bigger and bigger, they literally can put out the shittiest songs, or ABCs for that matter, and it'll be a number 1 hit. The less popular groups might have a great song on their hands, but often get overshadowed because they don't have the fan base backing them. And of course, a small company with little funds too, most likely. Now, if you are a fan of an artist and find their recent title track to be god-awful, don't even dare to express that opinion, because you'll be labeled as a hater and are pretty much kicked out of the fandom. And if you're in the YouTube world like me, then prepare for those "fuck you, unsubscribes, ah!" because that's exactly how I read those comments in my head. And lastly, the loyalty of fans also creates unnecessary fan wars. You're not even allowed to look at another group or show your support. It's sad, really, because in the end, it makes the K-pop community more divided than ever. People, we're supposed to be on the same team here. Get over yourselves. If the idols are friends with each other, so can we. Well, there you have it, folks. Those are just 5 things I hate about K-pop. And as I tried to convey, I do still love K-pop, but with everything, there's always room for improvement. I do hope you agree and understand my points in this video. Please be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and most importantly, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching and for stopping by. While you're here, please check out many more of my works, and see you next time.